The national news just minutes away. A history-making budget. You'll find out the latest areas to receive a boost. Some luxury homes burned to the ground. The frantic battle to stop the fire from spreading. And you'll see the moment this car becomes airborne with 3 children inside. That's at 6:30. In just over an hour, the Treasurer will hand down a federal budget unlike any other. Smashed by COVID-19, it'll include eye-watering debt and deficit numbers, as well as some record spending to try and boost jobs and stimulate the economy.
Driven inside by a day as bleak as the economic outlook, Josh Frydenberg presents himself as a man with a plan.
Our plan will create jobs. Our plan will drive investment. Our plan will see Australia a stronger nation.
Mark Riley, 7 News.
Home loan customers could be set for lower repayments despite the Reserve Bank today deciding to keep its official interest rate on hold. Jem Rackton joins us now. Jem, what can we expect from our banks?
Well, Daniel, the Reserve Bank hasn't cut interest rates since March, but fierce competition for new customers means lenders are slashing rates anyway. There are now 12 lenders offering rates at or below 2%. And analysts at Rate City predict that the big banks could also move below 2% if the Reserve Bank cuts official rates again. That could happen as soon as next month, with 0.15% the most likely size cut. Daniel.
Good on you, Gemma. Thanks again. And 7 News will have special budget updates this evening, and we'll also have comprehensive coverage from our team of experts, and the Treasurer will join us. That's the latest with Michael Usher at 9:20. President Donald Trump is tonight under quarantine in the White House. Still likely contagious, but losing his mask to tell Americans, don't be afraid of the virus. He was released from hospital after a 3-night stay, even though COVID-19 continues to spread through his team.
Discharged but still fighting infection. Donald Trump suited and masked.
Oh, thank you very much. I led.
In Washington, D.C, Ashley Mullaney, 7 News.
Sydney is about to see a whole lot more drinking on footpaths, streets and even car spaces this summer. It's all part of a COVID-19 red tape rollback, all designed to make it easier for venues to expand their outdoor drinking and dining options.
It's a hospitality hotspot, but today the Rocks sits cold and quiet.
We had a revolving door of tourists and people from interstate travelling through the space, not so much in the last few months.
On the way, the bizarre story of how a Belgian woman became overnight royalty. You won't believe who was behind the wheel of this car as it ploughs into a home full of kids. And how an elderly woman sustained these shocking injuries as a patient in hospital. The family of an elderly dementia patient is demanding answers after the 83-year-old suffered serious bruising during a visit to a Sydney hospital. The hospital claims the woman fell twice, but it took almost a week to tell her family what had happened.
Covered in bruises, this is how the 83-year-old woman looked when a family member collected her after an assessment at Hornsby Hospital's dementia ward last Thursday.
Shocking, isn't it? Well, the mother has been charged with drink driving after crashing her car into a house in New York with her 3 young daughters in the back seat. The car was seen flying through the air at high speed. Check it out. It landed in the kitchen. The woman was trapped for around an hour. The children were all pulled out, believe it or not, unharmed. And luckily, no one was home at the time. Well, 2 window washers have been rescued after scaffolding broke on a skyscraper they were working on in New York City. They were left dangling from the 26th floor for around an hour while firefighters worked out how to get them down. A window was eventually cut open to bring them inside. For some, it'd be a dream come true, becoming a princess. But in a story that has rocked Belgium, a woman has opened up about the war that she fought to be recognised as a royal after being rejected for years by her father, the former king.
The inspiration came very, very quickly.
She is an artist formerly known as Delphine Burle. Now she's Her Royal Highness Princess Delphine.
Parramatta have named Blake Ferguson on the wing for Saturday night's knockout final against Souths, and if the Blue Star is able to recover from a knee injury and play at Bankworth Stadium, it'll be a huge boost to the Eels outfit that many have already written off.
Critics say they've already kissed their title's hopes goodbye, but the Eels remain upbeat despite being smashed by injuries.
And we go to Michelle Bishop now at the Judiciary. Michelle, what's the latest on the Panther star Viliame Kikau's case?
Good evening, Daniel. The hearing got underway at 6 o'clock and it's still continuing behind me now. The Fijian international is trying to overturn a one-game ban, of course, to play in next week's grand final qualifier. Of course, he really is needed this year as the Panthers push towards their first grand final berth since 2003.
Yeah, for sure. Good on you, Michelle. Thanks again. The Wallabies, they're thankful for their Bledisloe bubble in Christchurch that's keeping the rugby-mad Kiwi public away before Sunday's first test in Wellington.
Figuratively and quite literally, we're in a bubble, so you know, often you're shielded from the public in that sense.
Yeah, Taniela Tupou was quiet on today's Zoom conference, but has been the entertainer in camp. Tongan Thor's ready for his first Bledisloe in the starting 15. The rain event is going to sweep through, and Elly's got some details on that. Judy has sent in tonight's photo. Now, if you're thinking, oh, I've got one better, we'd love to see it. Prove it.
Tonight's weather brought to you by Pacific Seeds, growing possibilities.
Some interesting weather on the way over the next couple of days. It just depends on where you are as to what you'll actually get, Elly Wicks.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly right. Could get a downpour in some areas and maybe not so much in others. Well, good evening again. A cold front and trough moved over the southeast today. That did create these grey clouds that we can see across Victoria, the ACT and southern parts of New South Wales. We've seen mostly light rain so far, but these systems will start to ramp up tomorrow. We're expecting showers and storms across the southeast for our Wednesday. And as this trough deepens, we could see some heavier rain Thursday. But a high pressure will start to settle conditions by the end of the working week, and we'll see a rise in temperature over the weekend. Well, this system won't greatly affect the northwest of our state. We're only expecting the odd shower there this week. Thursday is the day for that. Northern coastal areas will be pretty dry as well, so the bulk of the rain will be across southern and some central areas of New South Wales and northern Victoria. There is also an initial flood warning for the northeast of Victoria, along with a severe weather warning. That's for heavy rain, most likely Thursday. As we have a look at our temperatures, they're still looking fairly mild thanks to a high pressure north and south of our state. 19 the top in Wagga, 18 degrees in Orange, 27 tomorrow in Dubbo with some storms moving through. And across the country tomorrow, 24 the top in Perth, partly cloudy there. A chance of a shower in Adelaide, 15 degrees, 21 tomorrow in Sydney. Also the chance of showers there, Dan.
Good on you, Elly. Thanks again for that. Appreciate it. That is your news for this Tuesday, the 6th of October. Thanks so much again for your company. I'm Daniel Gibson. Till I see you, have a great night. Don't forget to tune in for the latest at 9:20 for the latest on the budget. That's with Michael Usher.